I can't get the microphone to work. I'm Heather. This is Red Ibis Coach. I've tried to record this video a few times now. So we're just gonna go with this take and hope it works out okay. Thank you for watching my almost 50-minute video. If you did watch that video about how people identify, and I'll tell you how I identify in terms of like, it seems like that video became about me and not about the overarching cultural thing that I was talking about. It became about me and scrutinizing me. And it's interesting because like I actually never identified any particular way in that video, but people are making assumptions about it. So if you're curious how I would like to present in the world if I was allowed to present however I want, would be as a Black American. Um, and here's why the other language doesn't work for me and why it doesn't work for a lot of biracial, multiracial people. So, one thing that we know is that being biracial, multiracial is not neutral. People have feelings about us just existing, and those feelings can range from completely fine, 100% whatever, just live your life, to oh my God, I can't believe there's another one of you. We can't trust the ones that already are around, and then someone had to go and make another one of you. And then there's like the other side, which is like exotifying, objectifying, creepy, and weird. So our presence is not neutral, and this is not, certainly not, we do not have the market cornered on that, because like every racially oppressed group has people being weird, and even white people have like fetishists. So the point is that like we in particular are not neutral because people need to know. They don't know how to categorize us. They don't know if we're safe. They need to be able to do that, and the only way to do that is to ask. And that would be fine if the language that we had to identify ourselves was neutral. But we biracial, mixed, however you choose to categorize and use terminology for it, is not neutral. And two things can be true at the same time, which are I can feel weird about you pressuring me to identify a certain way and use certain language to identify myself, and you can feel weird about the way I'm choosing to identify. And it's weird because like here I am, me, how I identify my life, my looks, how I move through the world. That's me all day, 100% me. I'm an autonomous being. But other people take it personally and make how they feel about me my problem. Because if I don't say what I am, or I'm not in a certain way that is makes them comfortable, they get mad at me and they come for me. And that has happened my whole life. So that is not neutral. People have strong feelings about my existence, and they let me know about that. But another thing that's really important, we all should be on the same page about this, is that identity is unique to the person. People need some type of agency over the way that they speak about themselves. Otherwise, they're living for others. Obviously, Black people have fought for this. We've had different language over the years, over the centuries, over the decades. We don't call each other Negro anymore, for example. Our language and terminology and the way we identify has changed over the years. We've grown out of certain terms for certain reasons, and we have every right to do that. Mixed people, biracial people, multicultural, bicultural people, we have that same right. So if mixed doesn't work for us because it's stigmatized and people make fun of it and people call it cringe and embarrassing, and biracial doesn't work for us because people say biracial people can't be trusted and their proximity to whiteness is a threat to the Black community, and like Mary and Sinners, she she was trifling and she ruined everything. That's not neutral either. So if you're asking us to use language that you know people drag, then you are not asking us to just pick an identity and move along our merry way. Like you're asking us to say words that we know are embarrassing to certain people in the community. So that is my message to all the people who feel really strongly about how I should identify in the language I should use. That's the end of the video for you. Now I'm going to talk to biracial people, multiracial people, people who are racially ambiguous. Come to my club. I'm not going to judge how you identify. I think really that video should have been for you and not really talking to anyone else, because there are a lot of people who aren't ready for the conversation that I'm trying to have, but you are, because you were born having to have this conversation. So I'm talking to you. However, you're going to identify, that's for you to decide. Someone else telling you how you should identify is taking your agency away. Oppressed people can still be cruel to others, where nobody is above that. So if you're feeling social pressure to identify a certain way, that's still not okay. You should have the right to choose the language you use about yourself. And being pressured to choose shaming language, language that we know is not neutral, language that makes people have a stigma, that language needs to go. It's not working. So, biracial, multiracial, racially ambiguous people, however you identify, whatever makes sense to you. If you don't feel like part of your lineage, you don't feel connected to it for some reason, like if you have a white parent, but that white parent um, you just never felt culturally connected to that side of your family, well, it would make sense that you wouldn't necessarily say that you're biracial. Maybe it feels like you really just don't, that just doesn't work for you. And we are not a problem to be solved. We, how people feel about us has nothing to do with us. Like, people who are saying that we're trifling, that we can't be trusted, that we're a threat to the community, we can't do anything about that. And that's not anything that we should be doing anything about. And it's good to remember someone chose to create us. My black dad chose to bring me into existence. Your marginalized, identified parent chose to bring you into existence. They had, whether or not like it was a conscious decision, they made you. So you're part of them. And that isn't something that can be argued away. And again, we have autonomy. We were created by a monoracial person. Some of us. Some of us were created by someone who was created by a monoracial person. Like, we exist. We're going to continue to exist. And we need to get better about supporting each other. Biracial, multiracial, uh, ethnically ambiguous people. I would love to be part of your community. I would love to know your identity journey and how you came to identify the way you identify, how you came to love yourself in spite of the weird mixed messaging, no pun intended, that you got over the years. And if you're ready to have that conversation, cool. You can comment, tell me what your experience has been like. If you're not ready to have that conversation and you don't understand where I'm coming from, we don't have to talk. I'm not here to change anyone's mind, but I am here to have a conversation to bring more understanding to people who are interested in that. That's really what my channel is about. If you're interested in these topics, if what I say makes you mad, we don't have to talk. Much love to all of you. See you tomorrow.